pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey, hold on. 54. I got you. I got you. Hey.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
First down, Arizona.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kareem Hunt, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the twist.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank. It doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got him by oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Come on, D. Joker. One. Check 99.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Throwing, Mariota. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Hassan Reddick charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Check nickel. SOS.
He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Mariota, flushed out right. He'll run it. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown, Arizona.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. This is McCaffrey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's get it. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Shift, shift. One.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Andy Isabella with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. That escapes the sack. Matt Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. From the 22, Mariota. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout.